Okay, what is up, guys? It's me, Dark on Blue, and I'm so sorry for ending off with just me talking to my brother. So I will actually be continuing where I am left off. What you don't know is more importantly, where I was before all this happened. Before your birth, I was sealed inside your mother, my second jerky, she said as Naruto's eyes widened at the revelation, but he remained silent as he promised. Your mother's name was Uzumaki Kushina, and she was chosen to be my Jinchuriki after the last one because of her Uzumaki bloodline that made her the perfect host for me. Female Uzumaki Jinchuriki possess a bloodline that allowed them to have control over the Biju, but we will talk about that later. Unfortunately, female Jinchuriki also have a weakness: childbirth. When comes the day they give birth to a child, the seal holding back the Biju will weaken severely. The day you were born, the seal on Kushina failed, and I was forced out of her body by a man with very high powers. I didn't even have time to realize I was outside again after so long that he used the jutsu on me to cloud my mind with his hypnotic suggestion. The next thing I remember is waking up sealed inside of you. So there you have it. I am the reason you are all alone in this world, feared and hated by all. She finished with her tale with tears freely flowing out of her red eyes as she waited for his reaction. After a long time lost in his thoughts, Naruto looked back into Natsuki's eyes. This is not what I asked you. I still want to know how you feel about me, he said. Of course I love you too. You're a kind and gentle soul. Any female would be crazy not to accept your feelings. You are everything I could hope for in a mate. I was just so afraid you would hate me for my past that I couldn't bring myself to tell you about your mother until today. But your confession left me with no other choice, she answered truthfully. That it doesn't change my feelings, not for you, Nachan. While I am not entirely happy that you didn't tell me about my mom until today, I understand where you're coming from, as I felt the same thinking about what I'd do if you didn't like me back. Okay. If you didn't like me back. Furthermore, as you already told me the first time we met, it was not in your intention to attack Konoha that night. You were forced to do it, and we will talk about that mysterious man later, he said with conviction in his voice to reassure her. With nothing else holding them back anymore, they slowly made their way to each other and shared their first kiss ever. The kiss was everything Naruto imagined. It would be tender at first as their lips made contact, then full of passion as she parted her lips for their tongues to collide. Naruto didn't know how long they stayed like this, but he couldn't care less. Nothing else in the world mattered at this moment, as he wished it would forever go on. When they finally parted, bright blue oceanic eyes stared deep into volcanic red eyes. Mommy! Natsuki Kayubi no Yoko. This is the greatest feeling ever. I love you more than anything in this corrupted world. Naruto Uzumaki, I love you too with all my heart, she replied before she noticed he was starting to fade away. It looks like it's already morning outside, said Naruto sadly as he felt himself being pulled out of his mindscape. I'll see you soon, Naruto. Don't be late for your team placement today, she said as he finally left his mindscape. Back in Naruto's room, Naruto woke up with the biggest smile ever on his face. He never felt so alive, even when he was learning incredible ninjutsu during his training years. He did his morning ritual and prepared his ninja equipment for the day. Once done, he left via Shunshin after locking the door. Konoha's academy. Naruto made his way to his usual desk and waited patiently for Ruka and Mizuki to arrive, when he suddenly remembered about the silver-haired Chunin instructor. Mizuki, I totally forgot about that bastard. I should have gone to the old man yesterday, thought the blonde. Thought the blonde before he saw the door to the classroom open and Aruka entered with lots of bandages on his face. Aruka-sensei, what happened to your face? And where's Mizuki? He refused to call someone sensei if they didn't deserve it. Aruka took a thinking pose to decide what he could tell his students before speaking. I'm sorry to say this to you all who knew Mizuki, but yesterday he was found red-handed trying to steal the forbidden scroll of Konoha's Kenjutsu by a patrol. I was the one who located him the first before he could leave Konoha's walls, and I stopped him. That's why I got these injuries. But the scroll is safe, and Mizuki has been taken into custody, replied the instructor before he added, let's make this my final lesson to you all. In a shinobi's life, today's ally could very well be tomorrow's opponent, and vice versa, he said with seriousness in his voice. Well, let's get this done now, shall we? Continued Aruka. Now the team placement will be the following. Team 1, Naruto dozed off until he started to hear names of those he considered having a chance to make it past getting exam. Team 7, Haruno Sakura, Uchiha Sasuke, and Aburame Shino. Your Jonin sensei will be Hatsuki Kakashi, announced Aruka as Naruto knew what was coming as he blocked his earways and could still hear mind you, in an audible volume, Sakura shouting to the heavens about love winning or something like that. Shino was as expressive as ever, and Sasuke kept on glaring at him for some reason. Must still be mad at me about the fight of yesterday and not being the rookie of the year, thought Naruto. Thank God we're not with him. It would have been the recipe for disaster, said Natsuki, as she made her presence known. You're awake, Natsuki-stan? Natsuki, awake? You're awake, Na-chan? Said Naruto, still blushing at yesterday's events. Love you too, Naruto, said the vixen in a playful manner, knowing how to push the right buttons to embarrass her host. Team 8, Inuzuka Kiba, Hyuga Hinata, and Uzumaki Naruto. Your Jonin sensei will be Yuhi Kurenai, said Iruka, pulling Naruto out of his musing. So, Kiba was the dead last of this year, thought Naruto. Well, at least he's not a complete retard as Uchiha, and Hinata seems capable enough if she's just gained some more confidence. Kurenai is the Genjutsu mistress of Konoha. Surely I'll be able to trust my resistance to Genjutsu with her as a teacher. That's great. What do you think, Na-chan? Yes, that's great. I feel that we can expect her to treat you fairly. From what the report we read about her said about her professionalism and her caring attitude, replied Natsuki. Team 9 is still active from last year, continued Ruka. Team 10, Akamichi, Choji, Narashikamaru, and Yamanaka Ito. Your Jonin sensei Sarutobi Asuma, said Ruka as he finished his announcement. So they decided to reform the legendary Inashikacho team with their children without even considering their current relationship with each other. That's pretty stupid. That's pretty stupid. Well, Shikamaru and Choji will do fine together, but I don't see Ino fitting in that team anytime soon. Naruto analyzing Team 10's potential. That's all. Stay here until your sensei comes to get you, and good luck for your future career. I am proud to have been your sensei. As he said Iruka as he left the classroom. Naruto felt a little sad that he would see Iruka a lot less from now on since he had been only the fair teacher to him during his academy. His mind refocused as the first Jonin made their entry inside the classroom. A beautiful woman in her 20s made her way inside with the Hokage's son, Naruto Byakuya, as Naruto recognized the man for having seen him numerous times with the old man as he visited him in the past. I am Yuhi Curtin, Jonin Sensei for Team 8. Please follow me to training ground number 8, she said as she started to leave the room. Naruto looked at Kiba and Hinata, shrugging his shoulders before he decided to follow his new teacher for what would be a new chapter of his life. Okay. This is Chapter 5, Friendship and Trust. Woohoo! Friendship and trust. Let's go. Bussin'. Friendship and trust is bussin'. What the heck? My phone just got sent flying. I did a double cow slap to the table. It was like, tonight, I am the champion. It broke the table, bro. My phone broke the table. Wait, what? Really? How? Okay. I will try. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, Chapter 5, Friendship and Trust. Let's go into this. I'm trying to have my Naruto story up. Training Ground 8. The newly formed Team 8 just arrived at their designation. Training Ground 8. Followed by their Jonin instructor, Yuhi Kurenai. Kurenai was a beautiful woman with long black curly hair and red eyes. She wore customized clothes, and she had an aura of maturity despite her young age for a Jonin. Welcome and congratulations on becoming real ninjas to you three. She said, you already know my name, but let's introduce ourselves properly, she finished. My name is Yuhi Kurenai. I like training to my perfect genjutsu skills.